In 1869, the Suez Canal revolutionized global trade, connecting the Mediterranean to the Red Sea. But what if I told you this wasn't humanity's first attempt at this monumental feat? 2,500 years ago, a Persian king achieved what Napoleon couldn't. He built a canal linking two seas across the desert, and it worked for over 1,000 years. This is the forgotten story of Darius the Great's Red Sea Canal, an engineering marvel that operated longer than most modern nations have existed, yet somehow vanished from our collective memory. Today, we'll uncover how the ancient Persians conquered not just nations, but nature itself, creating a waterway that would make even modern engineers pause in admiration. From the banks of the Nile to the shores of the Red Sea, this is a tale of ambition, innovation, and ultimately one of history's greatest mysteries. When Darius I seized the Persian throne in 522 BCE, he inherited more than just a kingdom. He inherited a logistical nightmare. The Achaemenid Empire stretched from the Indus Valley to the Mediterranean, encompassing 3 continents and countless cultures. It was the largest empire the world had yet seen. But here's what made Darius different from his predecessors. He understood that true power lay not in conquest, but in connectivity. While other rulers built monuments to themselves, Darius built infrastructure that would outlast any statue. His royal road system was revolutionary. 2,500 kilometers of carefully maintained highways with way stations called chapar khanes positioned every day's ride apart. Royal messengers could deliver messages from Sardis to Susa in just 7 days. Herodotus marveled at this system, writing words that would later inspire the U.S. Postal Service motto, "Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor darkness of night prevents these couriers from completing their designated stages with utmost speed." But roads could only do so much. The real challenge was connecting his empire by sea. The Persian Gulf and the Mediterranean were his empire's 2 great maritime hearts, but they beat separately, divided by the vast Arabian Peninsula. A ship traveling from Egypt to Persia had to navigate around the entire African continent, a journey that could take 6 months if the winds cooperated, a year if they didn't. Yet his most ambitious project wasn't on land. It was carved through the desert itself. The challenge was monumental. Unlike the modern Suez Canal, which cuts directly north to south for 193 kilometers, Darius's engineers had to work with nature, not against it. They connected the Nile River near modern-day Zagazig to the Red Sea through the Wadi Tumilat, a natural depression in the eastern desert. Think about this for a moment. No dynamite, no steam shovels, no modern surveying equipment. Yet somehow Persian engineers created a canal 45 meters wide, enough for 2 ancient triremes to pass each other, stretching over 100 kilometers through unforgiving terrain. The precision required was extraordinary. Too steep a gradient, and the Nile would drain into the Red Sea, destroying Egypt's agricultural system. Too shallow, and ships couldn't navigate. They had to account for seasonal flooding, when the Nile rose by several meters, and the constant threat of saltwater intrusion that could poison the freshwater supply. Modern hydrology studies have revealed something remarkable. The canal maintained a consistent gradient of just 0.01%. To put that in perspective, that's a drop of just 1 meter for every 10 kilometers, a precision that even modern engineers, with all our laser levels and GPS systems, find impressive. But perhaps the most ingenious aspect was the timing. The canal was only navigable during the Nile flood season, from fall to early winter. This wasn't a flaw, it was a feature. By limiting navigation to specific months, the engineers prevented salt water from contaminating the Nile during the low water season, protecting Egypt's agricultural heartland while still enabling trade. How do we know this actually existed? The evidence is literally carved in stone, 4 massive monuments that tell an incredible story. Between 1866 and 1889, archaeologists made a series of stunning discoveries along the ancient canal route. 4 granite stelae, each standing over 3 meters tall, emerged from the desert sands. These weren't just markers, they were multilingual proclamations of achievement. The best preserved, known as the Kabret stela, bears inscriptions in 3 scripts: Old Persian cuneiform, Elamite, and Egyptian hieroglyphics. The message is clear and bold. I am Darius, the Great King, King of kings, King of countries containing all kinds of men. I am a Persian. From Persia I seized Egypt. I ordered this canal to be dug from the river called Nile to the sea which goes to Persia. So this canal was dug as I had ordered, and ships went from Egypt through this canal to Persia as was my desire. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. The Tel el Muskuta stela, though fragmentary, contains something unexpected, a reference to Saba, the ancient kingdom of Yemen, famous for its spice trade. This single word reveals the canal's true purpose. It wasn't just connecting Egypt to Persia, but opening up trade routes to the entire Arabian Peninsula and beyond. Modern technology has revealed even more. Satellite imagery and ground-penetrating radar have identified sections of the ancient waterway buried beneath centuries of sand. Near modern Ismailia, the canal's path is still visible from space, a ghost of ancient engineering etched into the landscape. At the Red Sea terminus near modern Suez, marine archaeologists have found evidence of an ancient harbor complex, complete with stone quays and warehouse foundations. Pottery shards from across the Persian Empire, Greek amphoras, Egyptian storage jars, Persian glazed ceramics, all tell the story of a thriving international port. But why build it? This wasn't just about trade, though the economic benefits were enormous. The canal transformed the Persian Empire's strategic position in ways that would shape world history. Naval forces could now move between the Mediterranean and the Indian Ocean without circumnavigating Africa. A journey that once took months could be completed in weeks. Spices from India, gold from Nubia, frankincense from Yemen, and grain from Egypt could flow freely through Persian-controlled waters. The canal also gave Persia access to Makkah, modern-day Oman, and its copper mines, crucial for bronze weapons and tools. It connected the empire to the monsoon trade routes of the Indian Ocean, opening up commerce with lands as far away as India and perhaps even China. But there was another benefit, one that's often overlooked. The canal brought water to the Wadi Tumi Lat, transforming a desert valley into productive farmland. The city of Pithom, located at modern-day Tel el Muskuta, grew from a small settlement into a major urban center, all thanks to the irrigation provided by the canal. This wasn't just a shipping lane, it was a lifeline that brought prosperity to an entire region. Tax records from Persepolis mention goods arriving via the waterway from Egypt, suggesting a sophisticated customs system that enriched the imperial treasury. Here's where the story takes an intriguing turn. The canal didn't just operate for a few decades, it functioned, with interruptions, for over 1,200 years. After the fall of the Persian Empire to Alexander the Great, the Ptolemaic Greeks didn't destroy the canal, they improved it. Diodorus Siculus tells us that Ptolemy II added something revolutionary, canal locks. If true, these would be the first canal locks in history, predating European examples by almost 2,000 years. The Romans, under Emperor Trajan, completely rebuilt it around 100 CE, moving its Nile connection further south to what is now Old Cairo. They called it Omnis Trajamus, Trajan's River. The massive stone walls that formed the entrance to Trajan's Canal have been found beneath Cairo's Coptic churches, walls 6 meters thick and set 40 meters apart, testament to Roman engineering ambition. Even after the Muslim conquest of Egypt in 641 CE, the canal continued to operate. The Arab commander Amr ibn al-As cleared the silted channel and restored navigation. For another century, ships sailed from the Nile to the Red Sea. So what happened? Why did such a vital piece of infrastructure simply disappear? The answer lies in a combination of politics and nature. In 767 CE, the Abbasid Caliph al-Mansur faced a rebellion in the holy cities of Mecca and Medina. The rebels were receiving supplies via the canal from Egypt. His solution was brutal but effective. He ordered the canal permanently closed. Without constant maintenance, the desert quickly reclaimed what humans had built. Sand filled the channel, embankments collapsed, and within a generation, one of history's greatest engineering achievements had vanished beneath the sand. When Napoleon's engineers discovered traces of the ancient canal in 1799, they initially dismissed the possibility of rebuilding it. Jacques-Marie Lepere, Napoleon's surveyor, incorrectly calculated that the Red Sea was 10 meters higher than the Mediterranean, a mistake that delayed the modern Suez Canal by decades. It would take another 70 years before Ferdinand de Lesseps completed the modern Suez Canal. And here's the remarkable part. The Sweetwater Canal, built between 1858 and 1863 to supply fresh water to the construction workers, followed almost exactly the same route as Darius's ancient waterway. The parallels are striking. Both projects faced skepticism from contemporaries who thought them impossible. Both required international cooperation and massive investment. Both fundamentally altered global trade patterns. Yet Darius achieved his feat without modern technology, using only human ingenuity, careful observation of nature, and sheer determination. The story of Darius's canal reminds us that our ancestors were far more sophisticated than we often imagine. This wasn't just a ditch in the desert. It was a carefully planned, expertly executed project that required understanding of hydraulics, geology, and logistics that wouldn't be out of place in a modern engineering firm. Today, as we face our own challenges of connectivity and infrastructure, perhaps we should look back to leaders like Darius, who understood that the true monuments to human achievement aren't just the structures we build, but the connections we create. The sands of Egypt may have reclaimed Darius's canal, but its legacy lives on, in the modern Suez Canal that follows its path, in the very idea of international waterways that connect civilizations, and in the reminder that with vision, determination, and engineering brilliance, even the impossible can become possible. What do you think? Should Darius's canal be considered one of the ancient wonders of the world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed uncovering this lost piece of history, don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the forgotten wonders of the past. And if this topic interests you, I recommend watching our Achaemenid Empire playlist, which you can see on the screen right now. Until next time, keep questioning what you think you know about the past.